Hello there. This is Wendy. This is Wendy's Parade of Perfume. Here I am for part three of my long haul of accountability, covering the last. I thought it was around 100, but it's actually around 75. The last 75 perfumes that I've gotten in about the last 13 months. Um, as per before, some are niche, some are designer, one or two are vintage. There's just a mishmash of everything here. Some of these perfumes I've gotten to know really well over the year already, and some of these perfumes I have not opened yet, and I'm not going to pretend any otherwise. And this is the last batch. I actually had to kind of pick through everything and find them and be like, okay, this is it. I think this covers everything. I may have forgotten one or two, but regardless, uh, let's get started. So I like a spicy rose. I don't know about you guys. I got probably more than a couple spicy roses, but I got me some Eldo, Etat Libre d'Orange, and this one is called 500 Years. I did not realize that the box was going to be so big. I barely even like open it on the side. It's like a big trick. See? It's a big tricky box. Oh, look at that. Cool. Anyway, this is a spicy saffrony, supposedly an oud rose. I think it's a little bit of a fakeish oud rose because it doesn't quite have that like barnyard incense smell, but very wearable nonetheless, very nice. And don't know this perfume that well yet, but I was got to pick it up, and that is 500 years. Where did it go? 500 years from Eldo. Sorry, I call them Eldo. I don't know if anybody else calls Etat Libre d'Orange Eldo. Another spicy orange. I think I'm kind of hungry. Spicy rose that I got is from Penhaligon's, and that is Cairo. I do like this. This reminds me of like a Christmas rose for some reason. But I think I just need to get to know it a little better. I have worn this several times, but it's not something that I'm like, oh my God, I love this so much. I want to wear it all the time. So I just need to get this a little bit more. And anyway, that's Cairo from Penhaligon's. Just as an aside, I don't have a ton of Penhaligon's, and I feel like the last couple of years they've gotten really expensive. So they've kind of just flown off of my radar a little bit because there's only so much I'm willing to spend. Okay, a niche perfume house that I really like that has gone a little bit corporate in the last few years is called Miller Harris. This year I did get Tender. I think the box is kind of cool. Packaging's cool. This perfume I got because the notes were very interesting. This perfume has a tulip note as well as an ink calligraphy note, and there's supposedly a lot of different floral notes and stuff like that. The best way I can describe this one is that I feel like this is like an industrial flower perfume. It would be like flowers growing in the middle of a city, not flowers growing, in a garden or a florist shop or anything like that. Uh, cool packaging though. And same thing with this one. I haven't worn it a ton, so I can't really say if I love it yet or not, but that is Tender from Miller Harris. I got 3 Miller Harrises here just for disclosure. Okay, Miller Harris, Peau Santal. This is on the modern sandalwood spectrum. Modern sandalwood being, it is on the drier side. It's on the slightly burned side. There is a hint of that dill pickle that I can smell, but once it gets on the skin, it settles down a little bit. I do like this, but this is more of, I wear it to work. I wear it in a low profile situation. I don't love it. The notes made it sound like it was going to be more than it was. But I do like to wear this. And that being said though, I don't need any other sandalwood that smells like this because this fulfills the modern take on what sandalwood is. I do like it, but I don't. At least this fills a hole, though. If I am ever looking at those modern sandalwoods, like I was looking at Van Cleef and Arpels Santal Blanc, and I was kind of reading about it and everything, and I was like, you know what? I bet you it's just like this. I don't need it, so off my list it goes. One I really like is Powdered Veil. And this is just a powdery floral amber. It's just comforting and cozy to wear. It's literally a powdered veil of a fragrance. This one's really nice. I like this one, but it's like a powder floral amber. Very nicely done. I actually ended up getting this from Fragrance Net for like $45, so that was a pretty good deal too, but that is Powdered Veil. Those are the Noah Harris's I got this year. Okay, let's try some Givenchy. I'm not the biggest L'Entrée nut, but I did end up getting the Rouge because I wanted a spicy perfume, and some people said that this smells like Samsara a little bit, which I don't think it does, but I was deciding on between this and the Intense, which has the sesame note, and this is pretty. And I got this instead. But anyway, this is a big woody tuberose done in a very modern style with a heap note of like cashmere and slightly synthetic woody dry down. But it also has a ginger note and it's kind of spicy. And I'm not going to lie, I'm digging the red. I love red. What can I say? I know I've talked about this one with you guys before. This is Gentleman by Givenchy. This is not that masculine in my opinion. It has a really cool peppered iris note, which is always really fun. And then it dries down into I should wear this today, into a woody powdery vanilla with some vetiver. But this is it's masculine enough. It's a masculine iris, but as long as you don't need everything to be screaming gourmand, any woman can wear this that wants to. So I did pick up Gentleman by Givenchy. All right. I was at Ulta and I had my Christmas coupon, so I did get this one recently. I have tested it. I just haven't opened this one yet. This is the Privé Reserve, and whoo, this is so cozy. It has like whiskey notes, and it's also iris, but it's very warm and cozy and a little bit spicy, a little bit aromatic, a little bit ambery. I enjoy this. I enjoy wearing this a lot, so I picked this up with my Ulta coupon. Okay, I think that's all the Givenchy's I have. I have two Tom Fords. I don't buy a lot of Tom Fords. I don't know how many Tom Ford I'm going to buy in the future. This is probably one of the scant few of their high-end Privé whatever collection. I picked up a Bean Fume. This smells like Palo Santo in a pine forest. This is really gorgeous. That being said, this line is very expensive. Like absurdly expensive. This is probably the only one I'm ever going to get. And it's not something that I seek out. This is from the Plebe line. You can get this at Sephora, and you can also get this discounted on like Fragrance and stuff. This is Beau de Jour. And this is just, I have to give Tom Ford credit because I like vintage perfume. And this is done in a very nice vintage style of a vintage fougere. I mean, it has... For most people, not only is this going to be too masculine for women to wear, but this is going to be too old school for men to wear. Super strong lavender. There's oak moss on the bottom. There's a little bit of florals on the heart. I think this is really well executed, really well done. I mean, if you want like a straightforward fougere, I think that Tom Ford did a very nice job on this, and that is Beau de Jour, and it's affordable. This is also, I think this is a men's marketed to men perfume too. I'm not 100% sure. This is Splendid Wood from YSL, Yves Saint Laurent. So, I got this. I remember getting this because I used a coupon from Nordstrom's or something like that. Black Friday of 2022. Promptly wore it a few times and loved it. This is like a cardamom cedary woody fragrance. And then I was onto other things. So I forgot about it for more than a year apparently, because that's how I treat my perfumes that I should be treating a lot better. But I do like this one. I just have not been giving it the time it deserves. And that is Splendid Wood from YSL. So I got to get on that. Wow. I must have, this is all my man perfume. This is my man. Last time was my Guerlain pile. This is my man perfume pile. I have spoken about this one. This is Bottega Veneta Essence Aromatic. The women's version is beautiful too. But this is like pine trees and cedar. It just smells like you're in the woods. It smells like you're in a sauna with cedar paneling and like steam, and this is absolutely gorgeous. I was in a hurry to buy this because Bottega Veneta is not really making perfume anymore, and I was afraid that the price was going to go up on this, which it did. So still available, but this is a really gorgeous pine cedar. If you like those kind of forest bathing outdoor fragrances, this hits the spot. Bottega Veneta Essence Aromatic. I guess I'll just show you guys this random niche perfume. This is Chantillon Luxe Weinstrass. What we have here, my dear friends, is a Chypre. I haven't worn this perfume yet too much. The only thing I don't like is that it comes in a pour bottle with a sprayer attached, and now it doesn't fit in the box. Think about your engineering a little bit, people. I want to keep this in the box. What am I supposed to do with this? And a sane person does not wear their perfumes as a pour bottle because it contaminates the bottle. Anyway, very disappointed in that. But Weinstrass is, gosh, it's supposed to be this like field of flowers perfume, and it is, but there's like iris and wildflowers and like wine and grape leaves with a huge bed of oak moss. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you like an old school Chypre, the person that made this perfume did a great job. So that's the company, Chantillon Luxe. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I apologize. Weinstrass. Really like that one. Oh, let's go back to a little bit more designer. So I'm not the only one that does this. I don't know much about this line at all. Armani C. This is the only C that I have, okay? As I was used to want to do, which is why I have a shopping problem, and I know I'm not the only one that does this, but I'm being transparent. Sometimes when I get bored, I literally just look at FragranceNet, right? Well, let's see what they have. Let's see what's on sale. Let's see whatever. Which I'm not really doing much because I'm on my low rhymes with no buy. I'm not saying that. But as anyway, as designer companies are wont to do, they put out these perfumes, they take them away, they reformulate, they use the same name for another perfume. So this is Si Le Parfum, but I believe that like they have put out another bottle of this, and it's the same name but like slightly reformulated or something. Like this is like really cool. It's like it has like osmanthus and like leather and stuff. I haven't worn it that much because I literally I kind of was looking at this. I don't even know how this came up on my browsing because like I said, I don't really wear Armani perfumes that much or C. But I was like, oh, this is just dumped on the gray market, and I bought this for like $55 maybe, and now it's discontinued. But this is a cool fragrance though. It's different, and unlike the other packaging, which I know you're niche, you don't have to have fancy packaging if you're a indie company, but packaging's pretty good. Anyway, I grabbed me a bottle of Si Le Parfum, not the one that's on the shelf now, but the discontinued one, which I also actually need to wear a little more because I tested this a few times, and I'm like, oh, this is actually quite nice, and then I haven't worn it. One that I did get some use out of this summer is Kate Spade Walk on Air. If you look at the reviews for this, a lot of people don't like it because it's a green floral. It's a green floral with like lily of the valley. So it's a green and white floral, and these are fantasy notes, but they have notes of like green fern and like Solomon seal and lily of the valley. So my point is, this is not supposed to be a sweet perfume. This is just a really nice green floral, especially for the price. It's not outstanding. It's not going to be anything that's going to blow your mind, but I believe this is like $25 for a full bottle. And this summer, I just wanted to be light on the soul, and I like these green florals. So 2 thumbs up. Walk on Air from Kate Spade. I have liked that one a lot. I'm actually getting through this pretty quick. Speaking of florals, from Erin, I got Lilac Path, owned by Estee Lauder. Man, if you want, like, I think of them in my head as like these fusty florals, right? Just over the top strong florals. This is one. I love those old school True Blue, old fashioned like you can smell, it smells like there's an open window somewhere. And this is not going to be for everyone because the lilac here is true blue. It is really, really, really strong. It is like all floral. It's not cut with anything else. I just feel like this is like suffusion of florals, but I did get lilac pat this year. And I also, because I got a mini spray and I really liked it and I used most of it up, I haven't had to open this yet, but I got a full-size bottle of Cedar Violet, which is actually more of a sandalwood violet, but I also like this one too. So those are the 2 errands that I got this year. And I know I've shown you guys this one because I've been wearing this too. This is Haute Provence from Parfums de Nicolai, a lavender, orange blossom, and iris scent. I think I mentioned that it does kind of smell like linen spray a little bit just because of the lavender and stuff, but this is really pretty. It's really really easy on the soul. It's kind of more of like an aromatherapy scent than an actual perfume, but to me this wears pretty good even though it's an eau de cologne. It's like in the $55 range, and Parfums de Nicolai, what can I say, they're pretty solid. While I was picking this up, I picked this up. I can't tell you anything about it. That's Caravaseril from Parfums de Nicolai. I think I said that right, but that's what it is. It's a spicy coffee scent, and I haven't worn it yet. Moving on. I got it in my head that they were discontinuing this, and I found one last bottle that was in my price range. This is Iris de Champs, Fields of Iris from Houbigant. This is probably one of the most solid iris perfumes ever made. It's iris, it's orange blossom, kind of like the other one a little bit, except that one is lavender. But this is just a really solid iris fragrance. Now, this is the Eau de Parfum, and it's kind of fancy packaging. I need to start wearing this too. I'm not paying enough attention to it. I did get, if I was rich, I would have gotten the full-size bottle of the Extrait, but I got little sample sizes of the Extrait, so sometimes I'll spray this and I'll just finish it off with 1 or 2 sprays of the Extrait, which is really nice. Especially like if you just want to, strangle yourself with some iris, that's the way to do it. So I'm really glad I picked this up. I'm not sure if that's available anymore. So I got a bee in my bonnet about just picking that up. Speaking of bees in my bonnet, I just kind of one day fell into the hype of Musk Noir. I do like Narciso Rodriguez. I think they're a bit of a one-trick pony. Like they kind of, at some point, I feel like they just produce the same perfume over and over and over again. But that said, I've liked this company for years. I've always had for her Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum. I like a lot of their fragrances a lot, and I think I was just watching and reading too much one day, too many glowing reviews about Musk Noir, and I do like this, but really this was just a FOMO. Oh, that does look nice. Everybody says it's so great. I'm gonna get it too. That was my only motivation. That said, I do like this. I don't know if I need to get the rose version. I probably don't, but this is really nice though. It's like a plummy musk. Already getting to the end. I got this for my birthday for myself. Rose Gypsy from Christian Dior. This is a really nice summertime rose. It's a little bit starchy, a little bit spicy, a little bit patchouli. I did get a big bottle, but it's light enough though that I can kind of be excessive about my sprays, which is also fun. But I do like this one. Rose Gypsy. I got this year for my birthday. And I also, the only other Dior I picked up this year was this Gourmand Fève Délicieuse. This was like a spicy vanilla that I haven't worn enough yet to tell you guys about. I've tested it out, but I haven't worn it too much. Oh, well, I'm just going to end on 2 total randos, 2 of which I haven't even opened up yet. I picked up a bottle from Caron Pour une Femme. This house has gone through a lot of things, a lot of like, they're in production, they're not in production, they're reformulated, they're not reformulated. Things they made 100 years ago are amazing. The reformulations are good. But this is a perfume from like the 90s, and it's a rose incense. And I was just looking for rose incense perfumes, and this was an affordable vintage option. So I found a bottle and I picked it up, but I have not yet opened it up. God, see, this is why. This is why I have too many perfumes. My piles are just collapsing. I have not opened this yet, but I did pick up this one bottle of Montri from Parfums du Cita because I have tested it and I wanted a perfume from this house, and this is the one I got. It's a dark spicy rose, and I got it because I tested it out, but I haven't opened the big bottle yet. All right, let's just end on a vintage. Vintage is best. This is from Crabtree and Evelyn. This is Nadira. This is a Eau de Toilette, but it's pretty strong. The box is kind of pretty too. That's the little side of the box. It looks like a little gift box or something. I don't know. It's pretty. I like it. But this is you know how in the 90s there's a certain type. No, wait, this isn't the last two. I have two more to do. There's a certain type of like woody, fruity floral that just has the 90s stamped all over it. Like the fruits are dark and rich. The florals are the wood is a lot better because they actually had sandalwood to use at that time. So not everything was this terrible base. So, and that's what this is. This has a fantastic sandalwood base. This has a very fruity top, and it has a very rich floral center. This is another one too. I had my eye on getting this perfume for a long time, and I finally found a bottle that was in my price range because Crabtree and Evelyn, I don't even know how available they are anymore, if they're even around. But this is obviously out of production for a very long time, and I finally found a bottle within my price range. But the 90s vintage Nadira from Crabtree and Evelyn. So these two are my last ones, actually. I've had so many people mention this perfume to me. This is Poème from Lancôme. And I always thought with perfume, you always think you have some time, but Lancôme, either they're reformulating and repackaging or they're just discontinuing. Everything I read said that they're discontinuing this. It's not on their website anymore. It's not really available anymore. Older bottles of this are harder to find. There's like two vintages. Like, I think Shalimar is very loved, but that is so easy to find in vintage. Like, there's just bottles of the market is glutted of Shalimar, right? It's just everywhere. Poème, you can find this in vintage, but it's not that easy. Actually, I think that people that have bought Poème have really loved it, and it doesn't reach the gray market. So there's not just all these bottles of Poème floating around. And I have also heard that while this is a new bottle, made in the last couple of years, it's obviously been reformulated, but everybody says that this has been true to the source of being just like a suffusive, rich yellow floral. Yeah, I didn't want to miss the boat, so I got this one because as far as I know, they're discontinuing it. Okay, this is actually the last one. I had a Black Friday coupon to, I think it was Nordstrom. It was like 25% off. And I got Hibiscus Mahajad. This is not quite my style of perfume, but I was able to test this, and the test I did of it, I really liked it. And I can't wait to wear this more in the summertime. It's like a floral tea with, I don't know. It's really pretty. I haven't worn it enough yet because I did just get it the last 6 weeks. But this was like my super duper splurge because I like I said, I think I got this from Nordstrom, but yeah. Hibiscus Mahajad. And that is the last one. That's close to 30. So that means I got about 80 perfumes this year since November of 2022. So I'm actually really glad I did this. I never thought I was going to do a perfume haul, but like a perfume haul video. But now that I am really confronted with all this, I'm like, wow, holy shit. I mean, it seems kind of obvious. It seems a little Captain Obvious, but this is a lot. This is a lot, and it's it's plenty. It's so much. And, I really want to open this and try this out. Nadira is really pretty. I need to break this out more. In the springtime, I can't wait to wear a lilac path again. I only wore that once or twice over the summer after I got it. It's really pretty. I even want to use this more. This is a solid fragrance. This is a nice solid going out at night fragrance. So is this probably. I haven't tested this enough, but I have so many and I just need to, I'm getting old, so my brain paths, they say that your brain loses its plasticity as you get older. So all those routines and those habits that you get, all those addictions that you get, those compulsions, whatever you want to call it. I'm not comparing myself to a heroin addict. I don't mean that, but whatever. I obviously did have a compulsion though that was unhealthy, and I just need to redirect that. I don't know how this year is going to go. I know I'll do an update, maybe like a 40-day update, 6-month update, whatever. And I'm going to be transparent. If I buy something, I'm going to have to tell you guys. I'm going to have to be transparent. But this has been going on. I made the decision to do this right around solstice, like for real. And one real big motivator for me is I want to see how I feel at the end of the year if I actually don't buy anything, because I'm not going to lie, especially some like this perfume, I literally, I just was like, this is going to leave the market and I'll never be able to replace it. And nothing else is ever going to smell like that. So I had FOMO and I didn't want to miss out. And I had to go look for it. And I had to do the chase. And I had to go do the research. And I had to go do this. And I had to go do that. And I had to go, do that dopamine filled, like the find, right? And as I am confronted with those feelings of I gotta, I wanna, I want, consume, 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 I just have to learn to feel it and then learn to let it go because it's not going to kill me. And I am very lucky and in the position that all I have to do is turn over here and I have a beautiful perfume that I have barely worn and that has been sitting on my shelf for over a year, and there's no excuse for that, right? So if I just go forth in shame and just realizing I have plenty, I have enough, and I have gorgeous perfumes that I am not wearing that deserve my attention for a lot of reasons. And I wanted them in the first place. I am a little bit of a collector. I'm not saying that's not true, but I do want to wear them. I do want to enjoy them. And I'm not getting any younger. I can't take them with me. So it's only January 7th. The year, as I get older, the time goes faster. I don't know about you guys, but it's going to be probably a long year and I will be severely tested. But I do feel I never have gotten to that point of I want to see what's on the other side of this. I've only gotten to the point of I'm not allowed to buy anything. I'm not allowed to get that. I'm on a no buy. And then just that crushing pressure of not being able to buy anything, I eventually succumb to it. But in the last week or two, I've really been like, looking at what I have. I want to organize everything, and what will that feel like if I am really able to do this? So I'll let you guys know how it goes, and I'll probably hopefully start reviewing things and going more back to that. One other thing I thought that was interesting. I think anyone that has stuck with me for a half an hour and has seen some of my videos and see how I do everything, I'm obviously not an influencer, right? I'm not here to tell anybody to buy anything. I'm not here to encourage. I'm here to encourage everybody to talk about their perfumes. And if you find one that we both like, that's wonderful. But at the same time, people are already, it's January 7th. These are my new favorites of 2024. This is my new top 10 favorite. This is the new blah, 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 blah. I'm like, the year is a week old. You just did all your countdowns from last year. You just did all this shit about 2023. What could there be possibly to say already? That's for real, So I'm not obviously going to be able to do that. Half the stuff I'm going to talk about this year is probably going to be older. I'll definitely review this one because I like vintages. Or I'll let you guys know what I think of the latest installment of Poem. But, I was never able to be, on time to the party anyway, but now I'm definitely not going to be able to. And that's okay because it's a little exhausting. It's exhausting. And I don't know if that's the point, Lastly, I never, never, ever ask for this, but I did notice that I'm up to, I believe, 496 subscribers. And if any of you liked this and you're not subscribed, could you please possibly subscribe? I very, very rarely ask that, but it would be fun to get bumped over 500. And other than that, what's your sun of the day? What are you thinking? How are you feeling about the year? How are you feeling about your perfume resolutions? We all make them. I'm not the only one. And let me know how you're doing, and I will actually see you soon. Bye bye.